This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. It's the last day of January 2020. Yeah, this is the first month of the new year, and we've gotten through it. But this last week was just terrible, man. You know, we've already talked about the death of Kobe Bryant. Well, I could say personally, one of the most horrific celebrity deaths I've ever heard about since Michael Jackson, about 11 years ago. And speaking of Kobe's passing, they are already talking about the venue at the Staples Center, which is where they originally were going to have it. You know, the Staples Center, of course, is where Kobe Bryant made a name for himself. Here's the thing. The venue, according to published reports and media sources, are already saying that the Staples Center might be too small. Yeah. It might not even hold the capacity of the people that they anticipate to be there. You know, in other words, they are already looking at other options. One of them is the LA Coliseum, which is, I guess, some miles away from there. I don't know how far it is in LA. Never been in LA, so I don't really know like that. But anyway, they are. They are already talking about Staples Center not being big enough. So the next choice outside of the LA Coliseum is the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, which I do know holds over 100,000. They have really, really big games out there. I was just telling my wife a couple of days ago, I said that as big as Michael Jackson's funeral was, this is going to be bigger. You know, Kobe touched a lot of people. I mean, I've never seen so many grown men on television cry in my life before. I never seen that until this week. I mean, it's quite a few, matter of fact. They've been crying out there for days and days and days. I mean, I've seen quite a few of them out there. You know, so it's touched a lot of people. It's touched a lot of people. You know, and really, if you think about it, Kobe was already known internationally before he even got to the States. You know, he played ball over here in school, and he played ball over here. And as soon as by the time he got out of high school, he was playing for Lakers. You know, well, actually, after he was traded from Charlotte. I didn't even know that he originally was picked up by Charlotte. The Charlotte Hornets that gave him up for another draft pick that LA wanted to give up. So, but the thing of it is, I don't like the fact that he's being slammed in the media by these white supremacist men and women. Now, before I get to that, I had a conversation with a colleague yesterday. All right. Now, his colleague's a pastor. That's almost everybody. I'm not going any further than that. So, he was trying to claim a moral high ground that we talked about regarding Kobe Bryant. Now, as you all know, and I didn't even want to bring it up, but he brought it up. The subject was about the NBA, and I know they're not going to do it anyway, but the NBA has their logo. Now, the logo actually has a picture of what you could tell is a white guy, silhouetted in white between red and blue. And that symbol has been around since 1969. I didn't even know that. I thought that symbol was around before that. I actually thought that, and that was my mistake. That's a faux pas on me. I thought it was originally Bob Cousy, because I heard that there was one with Bob Cousy on it. I did hear that. But the one that they came out with, they used officially, was for Jerry West. Jerry West, as you know, also was an LA Laker. He also ran the organization for a number of years. I think he's still part of the organization in some respect, in some aspect of it. I know he took the news about Kobe hard just the other day. And the NBA, people around, were petitioning that the NBA honor Kobe by replacing the silhouette of Jerry West with Kobe Bryant. They unanimously decided not to go there. Okay, that's fine. So I was in a discussion with my colleague, and he was saying, well, they shouldn't have picked him anyway. I said, why? Because he was up on rape charges. And I'm like, look, man, let me tell you something. First of all, Kobe Bryant was not convicted of the charges. There was an out-of-court settlement. It was proven that it was consensual, because the girl didn't even, she dropped the charges. Okay, and from other circles that know her, they said she was kind of loose cannon anyway. You know. Now, he was trying to say that Kobe Bryant ain't clean because of that. I'm like, really? His wife took him back. Of course, he paid the settlement of $4 million and gave her a ring for $4 million. That's another story. And it was clean. He lost a couple of endorsements, but after about a year or so, he regrouped and rebuilt his brand. You know, and won a couple more titles. And changed his number. That's the real reason why I think he changed the jersey to 24 from 8. Because he didn't want to be associated with that old number. You know, so he played it pretty well on that. I give him props on that. He re-imaged his brand. Very smart move. That's a very Jordan-esque move on top of that. But I told him, and I even mentioned to him, I said, well, what about guys like Michael Jordan? You know, Dwayne Wade. If you're going to talk about the moralistic high ground of who should get what, and you had choices, hey, let's compare Kobe Bryant with the others, okay? First of all, Dwayne Wade left his wife for another woman, right? At least from published reports. Michael Jordan was reported had been cheating on his wife and been gambling, okay? And they would say he was involved with the sweatshops with Nike, but that's another story. I can't substantiate that, but it's been all kinds of stuff reported about Michael Jordan. You know, come on. You know, but people don't pay attention to all that. They know he's a great baller. You know, here's what pisses me off. On top of that, you know, because he was saying, well, Michael Jordan's cleaner than Kobe Bryant. And I'm like, I didn't sit telling this, but I'm like, bullshit. How can you sit there and say that? I said, many of these guys out here aren't choir boys, you know, and they're not right across sports, you know, right across major sports. Most of these guys aren't clean. I mean, heard about all these dope testing and drug testing and all this other stuff right across the board. But that's not the whole story in itself. My thing is, that's what they do in the court. It's what they do outside of their personal life, you know. And that's the thing I looked about Kobe Bryant. My other thing is, all these white people coming out talking that bullshit about Kobe after he died. Oh, he was a rapist. He was this. He was that. You gonna try to accuse him of something he was never convicted of. He was never convicted of rape. Ever. Okay? He wasn't even known to be that kind of person. Kobe came from a very good home. That's a fact. Okay? But to sit there and throw all the mud on him after he died was bullshit. I don't want to rep him for his personal aspects of what he did, I want to rep. I want to rep him. I'm going to continue to rep him for his greatness. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't a big fan of Kobe. Not that I did, not that I didn't respect his game. I just wasn't a fan of his. I used to think he was an arrogant dude. I used to think he was trying to be Michael Jordan, which he rarely admitted in videos that he was chasing. He was chasing Jordan, the dream of what Jordan had. He wanted to be the next Jordan, which he ultimately achieved, as far as I'm concerned. He really did. And I think that might have been the reason why I probably wasn't a fan of his, because I thought he was trying to be, but he did it. But he did it better than anybody else. I'll say that. I'll say that the night that he did the 81 and 60 points, I witnessed both of those nights, and believe me, he was draining them. He's a bad boy. He's a bad brother. But all these white people that sit there and try to downplay who he is. They didn't like the fact that Kobe was on the verge of greatness. What was this fool running like? Kobe was on the verge of major, and I mean major greatness. Bigger, he was on the bigger things. He was making big moves. And that's one of the things I think white people didn't like anyway. Here's the thing. He did a couple movies. All right. One of them he won an Oscar for. All right. He recorded a rap record. Now, a great rap record I just heard the other day. But, he made Afro on it. That's how he met his wife. He met Vanessa on the shoot of the video. He was looking into some tech businesses. I noticed for a fact, because I saw an interview he did 2 years ago with a guy I follow, Marcus Brownlee, on YouTube. And I know he was stoked when he was able to interview Kobe, man. I enjoyed it myself. He was out there giving back to the community. He started a basketball league for girls. His love for his kids is, his love for his kids was so passionate and deep, man, and I respect him for that, man. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of him as a player. I respected his game as a player, but I wasn't like, I ride him like I was riding Jordan. But the fact that he was a great ball player, the fact that he did a lot of great things outside of basketball, I respect him even more after he started doing it. I really did. And personally, I felt that I felt somewhere along the line, it seemed like either our black men are being persecuted, our successful black men are being persecuted by white people for the one mistake that you make. Or they try to have a reason to not want you around, like they did with Nipsey Hussle. A brother who was doing big things, man, and his life got cut short early, man. I'm still mad about that. And I still say I think the situation with Kobe was very simple. Was I ain't gonna say it's similar, but I think it was something about it that's a little bit suspect to me. I'm just saying. I know a lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of church people go, well, there was a time ago. The guy was 41. The guy was making big moves. Black people, I don't know, some black people don't see it like that. And I do. I really hate it. I hate that, man. I'm angry by it. I'm angry by him by him dying like that. And because it was no fault of his own, really wasn't. And his baby girl died right along with him. That's even more heartbreaking, man. Never had a chance at anything, along with those other kids and the parents. It's just messed up, man. And yeah, I'm very angry about it. I'm very angry about it. It's just not right, man. We always, as black people, every time we get to come up, we get a setback. Every time. Every damn time. We get to come up, for every come up we get a setback twice. I've noticed that too. Every time. I just never thought, and this is the honest truth, I never thought that Prince, Michael Jackson, and Kobe will currently be dead as of right now. I just never, in my wildest my wildest dreams, ever thought about that. I really didn't. 3 of the biggest household names in black entertainment. Young guys, all dead. Like I said before, I never seen so many men on TV, on social media cry in my life. Like that. Kobe inspired people. He touched many people across the water, all over the world, man. Like I've never seen. And Shaq was saying that he had, recently, I think he had lost his sister. I don't know, and he talked about losing Kobe, and he was saying he felt sick, and he also was saying that he said, I'm gonna start doing a better job of keeping in touch with people, and I kind of agree with him on it. My situation was kind of like that the last couple of years. My dad, I called him. I did call him a few times, but it's complicated. There's a couple of reasons why I didn't call that much, and I'm not going to go into detail about it. But I make it my business to call my mother once a week, sometimes twice a week if necessary, just to check on her. We don't see eye on a lot of stuff, but that's another story. But I do call. But I think Shaq was feeling a little bit guilty about stuff. I didn't realize that him and Kobe actually remained friends, although they had their differences in LA and all of that. But eventually they did make up. I saw an interview where they did, I think about a year or two ago, and it really was you could tell they were still good buds, and they made history together. Kobe is also going to posthumously be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in his very first year of eligibility. He was, had he lived, was scheduled to be there this year, but they are definitely going to honor him. I don't know, and that was the other thing I want to say. Here's the weird part about it, though. When I got up Sunday morning, I was kind of overcome with sadness that morning. That whole day in church, I felt that way. I didn't really show it, but I felt that way. I really did. I had a lot of emotion in me. I don't know what it was about. That's when I got home that afternoon. That's when I heard about it. It was just weird. It's like I don't know. It's like something just came over me. They had me feeling that way. It's the weirdest thing. Just wanted to say that because I don't know. Sometimes when you feel something traumatic coming around, it gets into your soul. It gets into your spirit. It's weird to sound that way, but it did. Something about it didn't feel right with me. Oh, what's going on? I got a car accident. All right, guys. Well, I got to cut it short. I got to try to fight this traffic here. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.